Leonidas, the Spartan king who defied an empire. Imagine standing with only 300 men, facing down the largest army the world had ever seen. No backup, no escape, just courage against impossible odds. This isn't a movie plot. It's the true story of Leonidas, the king of Sparta, whose last stand at Thermopylae turned him into a legend. Today, we dive deep into the life, the legacy, and the ultimate sacrifice of King Leonidas. Leonidas was born around 540 BCE, the third son of King Anaxandridas II of Sparta. He wasn't originally destined to be king. Sparta had two royal families, and Leonidas was just another Spartan warrior. But in Sparta, that wasn't ordinary. From childhood, boys were taken into the agoge, a brutal training system that forged them into soldiers. Leonidas grew up tough, disciplined, and fearless. When his older brothers died, fate pushed him to the throne. He became king around 490 BCE, just as Persia, the most powerful empire on earth, set its eyes on conquering Greece. At that time, Persia was a superpower stretching from modern-day Turkey to India. King Darius and later his son, Xerxes, wanted Greece under their control. But the Greek city-states were fiercely independent, and Sparta was the strongest military power among them. Leonidas knew that a storm was coming, and he was about to face it head-on. In 480 BCE, Xerxes invaded Greece with a massive force. Ancient sources claim over 1 million soldiers, though historians today estimate closer to 100,000 to 300,000. Still, it was overwhelming compared to the few thousand Greek defenders. The Greeks chose to make their stand at Thermopylae, the Hot Gates, a narrow mountain pass where numbers mattered less. Leonidas led just 300 elite Spartan warriors, joined by about 7,000 allies from other city-states. For 3 days, they held the line. Wave after wave of Persian soldiers attacked, but the Spartans' discipline and tactics shredded them. Spears and shields clashed, and the narrow pass became a killing ground. But then came betrayal. A local Greek named Ephialtes revealed a hidden mountain path to the Persians, allowing them to outflank Leonidas. Facing certain defeat, Leonidas made his choice. He would stay with his 300 Spartans, along with a small band of allies, and fight to the death. This wasn't suicide, it was strategy. By sacrificing themselves, they gave the rest of Greece time to regroup, rally, and prepare for future battles. On the last day, Leonidas and his men fought with unmatched ferocity. When their spears broke, they used swords. When swords broke, they fought with bare hands and teeth. Ancient sources say Leonidas himself fell in battle, surrounded by his loyal soldiers, refusing to retreat. Though they all died, their defiance became immortal. The Persians pressed on, but the sacrifice at Thermopylae inspired Greece. Soon after, at the Battle of Salamis and later at Plataea, the Greeks defeated Xerxes' forces. The legend of the 300 had given the entire Greek world hope. Leonidas wasn't just remembered as a warrior king. He became a symbol of courage against tyranny, of freedom against oppression. Over 2,500 years later, Leonidas is still remembered. From statues in Sparta to Hollywood movies, his story continues to inspire. His message is timeless. True courage isn't about the odds. It's about standing firm for what you believe in, no matter the cost. Leonidas may have died at Thermopylae, but his legacy? That lives forever. If you found Leonidas' story inspiring, drop a like, share this with someone who loves history, and subscribe for more epic tales of humanity's greatest legends.